not alone a Superman, oh. We tired with this greedy system. The new direction make we sad, oh. Eastern region to God we no gladdy. Any man we survive not alone a Superman, oh. We tired with this greedy system. The new direction make we sad, oh. Eastern region to God we no gladdy. Oh, yeah, yeah. We people don't tire. With the greediness now the system. Oh, yeah, yeah. The youth they don't tire. Eastern region youths we don't tire. Oh, yeah. Not to this we been votes for. You promise we say salon go better. All things just they go up. How we people go survive now?
On a good evening, on a good afternoon, good day, good morning, wherever on a day, because we fumble in Australia on a morning to the now. It's about 8:15 or 8:16 or whatever in Australia. We don't come today again, and we are going to continue from where we left off last week. Usai Sierra Leone don't reach. It's time we put down the emotions. We put down the Boku blame and complain. Let we look at the issues. Let we ask questions around the issues. The world where we dey, it get order. The world where we dey, it get law. The world where we dey, it get system. In Sierra Leone, people do as they like. But Sierra Leone na party to a lot of international instruments where we don't see from 2018, then international agreement here, then they flout them. Waiting at the reason we make them they flout them. The reason simply is we they talk, but we not they look at the issues. We they allow Madabio for get away with crime because we feel say government na sympathy show. Government not to sympathy show. Government not to masquerade. Government not to abas together. Government not to jolly dance, not to fairy dance. Society na a living organism. A living organism in the sense that society they flow, and society like the human body, you get different parts. If all them parts and they know they work well, nothing know they work na the society. And one of the parts them way for working well na the society, na the laws where the people they agree on. If them laws then we they see them blindly, people and they misuse them. And people think they should keep quiet because those people misusing the laws are the ones at the upper end of power. Then we don't understand what power mean. We don't understand even why we pass now this world. Because if you see that a mortal man misuse you throughout your lifetime, you die, you go heaven a wretched soul. Your next soul, I mean a wretched soul. Then you have come to this earth for nothing. And how you go allow you mortal man for use you? If you allow people for manipulate your opinions, manipulate your emotions, and manipulate your sense. In the last few talk shows, I don't tell Una say, this platform is going to be a classroom, but not for speak English, because me, English not a part of my education. I want for even give education in mandate team in the local limba. It's just unfortunate I'm not able to talk all the languages then they. I cannot speak all of them. I understand them, but I cannot speak all of them. If I had the ability to speak them, I'll be talking in those languages here. Because education not a language. Now knowledge exchange in education. Why are they take this length? Every 2-3 days, we they see misuse and abuse of the law. Social media is loaded with a lot of lies and deceptions. And the people of Sierra Leone, they make effort for sit down quietly and verify whether what in the arena true or false. Any kind crap what they can give we, hey, they don't talk they did this talk Yes, everybody gets a right for talk. Talk is cheap. But is every talk correct? Before we go into the topic, we'll get for start for talk today because until we not go done on today. La allow me co-host Len Grituna.
Fambulem in a cabo plenty picture to na nya bonde si awana abisi akaka. Afema be no second no skori no to. Pajalo.
Yes, sir.
The good way I can near you know how for titillate me taste buds. I regis no you talk.
Don't begin talk so. See I'm pantemene. One for floatemene.
I regis no you talk about something say we just did they blame each other. You know, that talk they make a member something where I come across. The attitude, I'm waiting like the distinct difference in attitude between a poor man and a rich man. Poor man like for watch TV. The rich man he like for read. Poor man, they work per hour and they work for time. The rich man they work for results. And they pay them by the results. Poor man and rich man they take responsibility. Poor man, they blame everybody for whatever will happen. In order to take responsibility. While the rich man, they take responsibility for their actions. Rich man, they invest. Poor man, they save money. Anybody will see they talk about saving. And they go save, and they go save now of man. But rich man are investing, they invest. You see, then in the way you can talk, they get quite a lot of bearing to the issues they will deal with. Salo in crisis. No wonder they're in crisis. If we only save, we'll not learn for invest. And at the government's now they teach we. Because the governments have not invest, we have not invest. Nobody not invest in the country. So we'll not get that rich mentality. That mentality for make exploit. So when you can talk Naya, now who's did that? I mean, they look through some waiting and they come across this. Rich people and they land continuously. While poor people then content to side and they're not a move for. Usai left there yesterday. Next week, now they meet them back. While that person will reach, it continues to the land. They look for something for improving itself even better. Where poor man believes say money is the root of all evil. Rich man believes say poverty is the root of all evil. Where the rich man in mentality na action. Poor man, he waits for win lottery. So what you can be talking at school? I just say that thing there, just for starters, let people see things that way you can say, how they're very connected to everyday activities.
You see, what you say so, it make a lot of connections, but how many of we they listen?
What's the other order?
How many of we they listen? If we they listen, how many of we they understand? You see, the first thing our we people then begin understand is that the world and everything within in the world na movement, na vibration, na energy. If we not tune to that frequency where the energy they flow, we not go ever understand what thing they happen.
Mhm.
And the worst thing where you go do to yourself now for allow you come be mortal man for control your frequency. And I want to tell the people in a salon say the politicians of Sierra Leone, that's them perfect for control the frequency of the people. What in they call propaganda, na frequency control, and they control how you think. You touch them na energy, na waves. What in them feed you, if you accept them, then you don't operate on that frequency. When somebody can tell you something, if you believe them, you're in there on the same frequency. If you deny them, you say how they go find out. Then you they create your own frequency. And I want to let people understand, say every human being has the power and the choice to create their own frequencies. Yes, we get a rule, say we all for work together, so things go work for we. But that rule they not say one set of people for they can't lie per we will believe them, then they better we they are lucky. Then they tell we say na so God mark. That God where they mark that not exist. Sierra Leoneans have allowed themselves to be drawn into the vortex of deception and lies for too long. Now we get to make the people then come out inside that vortex. It's just feel like when scientists then they talk about the black hole. Say if you enter into a black hole, you know they ever survive. That's what they are creating in Sierra Leone. A political and a social black hole for the people then.
Mhm.
And they draw the people then into the vortex. Then they out of the periphery of the vortex, they enjoy. But by the grace of God, that will stop. Because how then they do them, the method we now not they see, some of we don't see them, and some of we don't ready for begin counter them. Then they create crisis, then they cause trouble every day. So now go they allow, they don't do so, they don't kill this, so they don't do that, so. But now not they focus on the real issue.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why then they do all them things here? That's the real issue that people are not asking. Those are the real questions people are not asking. And if they ask, if they make wrong conclusions. From where I born, I not see Simon the man the ask house tribe be. You don't see that?
Mhm.
Well, why politics we for divide into tribes? Tell me. You know, see say that deceptive tactics.
Now all lands, I think them lands where we allow them people, they are just like what you they talk about now, yeah. Then misinformation, then disinformation, the propaganda. You see the environments where you did, then they feed you now with information. Information are food. Be careful what you eat.
Information are the greatest food on earth.
Yeah.
Are the greatest food. And whether we like it or not, we they receive that feeding every minute, every hour of the day.
Exactly.
As long as you senses the work, as long as you they understand, say I am alive, as long as you they able think and perceive, say this is like this is like that, you are feeding your soul with the food of information or knowledge. And what in the politicians they do, and it's not only in Sierra Leone, it's a common thing with them.
Yeah.
They would want to seek to control the type of food that they give you, the spiritual food. Just like how them born again church, then they talk about spiritual food, where then they go like our people and let them they contribute. You understand?
Yep.
Now the same thing the politicians they do. They will feed you with his food. We're gonna make you get hope, and you they dance in nirvana, hopelessness. They will come in different perspectives, different shapes, different forms, with that same deceptive food, spiritual food.
And just like what you say, if they keep repetitively the sound and you yes, the sound and you yes, even when you're not happy, they begin to believe them.
Mister, you are going into the sciences way and now will go into.
Okay.
Because some people will tell you that is crap. But the fact about our existence is we are energies that have the ability to create or destroy by how we think. And if you allow person for the think for you, that message where they give over and over, it they create an image in your mind where they become real.
Yeah.
And this is how people control people's mind.
Exactly.
Okay? This is how they control your mind. They give you a message. That message, they institute one of the 4 things that will be discussed on the last talk where they bring back today. The message of reward. If you follow us, you will get the reward. Religion tell you about the reward of heaven or hell. The message of your beliefs, your ideology. They tap into what you believe in and make it for their own benefit. Now, this then they use, then preach tribalism, then preach regionalism. To be a member of a tribe, to be a member of an ethnic group is a human right. Nobody should deny anybody that. But when it is used against others, then it becomes a wrong. Politicians in Sierra Leone know this is not right, but they use it. And I wonder we get this clear. I wonder we get them quite clear. It is not only the SLPP that is preaching tribalism in Sierra Leone. The person does not have to come and talk about Mende dominance or what. But whatever person somebody is doing, how will they associate? The message is the way they send out. They tell you, say, he is preaching a tribal message. And I see that now in the APC. There are people in the APC where don't begin to send them pictures out, say their intent for be flag bearers.
Yeah.
They don't begin to operate on ethnic lines.
Yeah. And some of you,
the question is, do these people think they can win an election in Sierra Leone operating on ethnic lines? Can Julius Madabio win elections preaching Mendeism? Can Cherno Majuba win elections in Sierra Leone preaching Fulanism?
no.
Can Richard Conte win elections in Sierra Leone preaching Mabuhande?
No, loco. He's a loco.
Oh, well.
A Jagwe.
People have to be careful of what they do because this is a new century. These are different times. Now, it don't become 1,000 times more difficult for use deception and lies because of information technology. In those days, yes, remember 1965, 66, 67, we'll be there, and they carry me go, and they carry me go, then kill fall morning when I see blood. But you cannot do that now and succeed. Because cameras, they're all over the place.
And
You
besides,
don't even know who is videoing what.
and science so good that they go take the remnants of that blood and go know the exact animal he belonged.
Exactly. Then go do DNA test.
Exactly. Not so. So the days are
So
don't change.
those days are over. We therefore begin learn for be decent people. And if we get for be decent people, we should start now. But what we have seen since 2018, now a reversal on decency. Nobody will support anybody committing a crime. But for God's sake, there are rules of engagement for everything in this life. The world is no longer the world of King Kong, and how do you call that character that was created in that British film? The boy in the jungle. What's in my name?
Tarzan?
Tarzan. We have moved from that. Before the special courts was established in Sierra Leone, the government of Sierra Leone was forced to sign and to ratify, because they had signed it since 1985. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it was never ratified. When a convention is signed, it is not part of the laws of a country. But when it has been ratified by the parliament, it becomes a statute to be adhered to. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Before the special court was established to try those people they wanted to be tried for the RAF war,
Mm-hmm.
because others went free, the government of Sierra Leone was forced to sign the Convention on Oppression and Against Torture.
Mm.
That convention was signed in 2001. Let me mount it for people to see. Although people then say me na book talk, but na book makes sense, not to sense make book. Na book makes sense, not to sense make book. When I say sense make book, yes, not true. But in we own case, na book makes sense. Where you know sabi oti for sabi, you not get sense. Okay? This is the convention as we are seeing here. It was passed in the General Assembly in December of 1984. 1985, Sierra Leone signed them. Because it is a convention against torture and other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, they had to have it signed before the ICC could establish the special courts in Sierra Leone. Why did they do that? They not be want the one the way then they can't go now the special court, let them go torture them there. They not be want the one the way then they can't go now special court, let them face any inhumane treatment for answer say yes, I've been take part in the war. And as long as that convention has been signed in the Parliament of Sierra Leone, agreed on, ratified, it is now part of the law of Sierra Leone. Why am I saying this? From 2018 to now, we don't see several killings we go against this convention. The killing of people at McKinney went against this convention. The killing at Lonsar went against this convention. Tombo went against that convention. Evangelist Samson went against. Then 2 days ago, we saw 2 bodies that are purported to be coup makers. Okay, they are coup makers. Arrest them, try them. But why do you have to kill them and exhibit their bodies? Over to you, sir. I want your own opinion about this.
You know, I'm glad the way you talk about the ratification of we law. You talk for say when they sign to whatever law, they get for can go down a parliament. Because they want for can make that court na Sierra Leone, special court. Sierra Leone be there outside the international standards. It's like when you buy motorcar, you know they go buy Fiat parts for that son. You know they buy that son parts for Mercedes. So we get the same standard as the international community. So we get for join the club, and for join the club, we get for meet that criteria there. So we get for ratify we own law. In Caragona Parliament, we accept them and it becomes a statute. Well, now we are a subscribers to that law day. As you rightly say, who's did that? Again, because it's not new, it don't become a pattern. In fact, it's a culture now, not a pattern anymore. For kill people them how they want. Because Sierra Leone, Afro-Barometer talk and say the most corrupt places there. Now with justice system and with House of Parliament. And that they don't seem to be true. Now when they catch somebody, they know they can't go to court, then they kill them. But the question is, does that meet the criteria of the statute where we ratify to?
Just see what's in there on the screen.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
When a convention is ratified in sufficient numbers, that means by a majority, it enters into force and becomes legally binding on the states that have ratified and signed it. Legally binding.
Yeah.
These are the issues we should be focusing on.
Very serious issue. It's no joke. It's no child's play.
And I want to inform the people of Sierra Leone today that for every convention coming from the United Nations system, they have an office that is charged with the responsibility of receiving complaints about the abuse and misuse contravening these conventions. My question is, the All People's Congress Party, the major opposition party, gets a well-renowned and experienced lawyer as Secretary General. Are they taking note of these contraventions? Are they reacting to them by writing to the United Nations with evidence on these contraventions? Have they ever taken action to send to the United Nations that they don't kill people in Tombo, they don't kill people in Makeni, they don't this, they don't that, we contravene with ratification on the Convention Against Torture?
I want to read this to you.
No, I wonder we answer this question first before they read other thing.
All right, okay.
Because this is a clear point. I'm leading us to something.
Okay.
The APC is much culpable for everything we're wrong in Sierra Leone today. The laws are there for them to use. They are not using it.
They are complacent. That's not what it's about.
Complain to we about Samura Kama, about this, about that.
They are complacent.
The laws are there for them to use. Then they allow Madabio for get away with crimes they will not forget away, but
they are complacent. They are
doing homework. Are they come? Madabio, they're doing homework. Madabio knows the international implication of everything they go wrong in Sierra Leone. He's hiring public relations firms with a clean image. He has a very good image internationally. You'll be surprised. Because nobody is complaining. So whatever is told to the international community by Madabio is taken for granted. Now I make it worth. Make this speech.
What Madabio don't do for the country. I believe so. We all know what Madabio don't do for the country. Internationally, where we dey talk about success stories. Internationally, where you dey talk about women empowerment. You know they ever able for done that conversation day without referencing Sierra Leone and would that the champion for women empowerment in this country. Now one person, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. When you
Fatima is quite correct. Fatima is quite correct, and nobody should argue that. The political parties that should be creating an image to show the world the truth, they are quiet and complacent. Not only APCO.
I will go further. We also have a responsibility, whereas the people, and that's me and you, they do so. Because the people, them, now then they use the services. If they want them, we get the responsibility for do the job, they know they do them. And now we, now the beneficiaries of those services, we have the right to complain. We have the right to debunk some of these lies. But if we all sit down there, we take them, say, hey, well, then go commodities now, and you're having, and then go there, this, that. Then go do them, then go the next person when they come, go do the exact same thing. Because they don't set the standard, they don't set the benchmark for the next people and for can follow. No wonder we are with that so because it don't happen from the word go. It just don't work now. But this is not new. Now the same thing that they feed we over and over. I'm glad when you talk about this feeding of information. How they allow
information is spiritual food.
Yes. Then they feed out bad food, they eat. And when
they feed you with bad food, nothing they happen to you. They get a bad mentality. They know nothing right again. That's exactly what is happening in Sierra Leone today.
In a democracy,
we they talk, they say na book we they talk. The while I can't see
this not
how bad how this stands. No, I'm not
petty. These are real issues. Issues them fundamental to democracy and civilization. You cannot have a country when not get the rule of law. And democracy is not democracy if the rule of law is non-existent. Look at this small piece where I go read. The rule of law is a political ideal that states that all people and institutions are subject to the same laws, including leaders and lawmakers. It's often summarized as no one is above the law. You don't go get one law for cocoa, you get one law for pizza.
Well, no, get one for Kosu, no, get one for Yankin.
The man, not laugh, it's not funny, it's not really funny. And what people they fail to realize, the one way travel.
Mr. Toure.
Yeah.
Everything about Sierra Leone today is a fun for me. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us have been saying the same thing since Jesus was a boy. We have been seen as the enemy. We have been vilified and everything has been done to us. We have to run. But people are not for Trangaes to their own benefit. Man can Trangaes for protecting self, but Trangaes against your own benefit.
Papa, what's here they read not on it so?
Go ahead.
Then he said the rule of law includes the following principles. That word where you can always talk. Separation of powers. Powers are separated. Equality. Everyone is equal, protected under the law. Judicial protection, independent and impartial courts provides effective judicial protection, including access to justice. Then transparency.
They don't count separation of powers. Well, they talk about separation of powers. Which institution has the greatest power?
Parliament.
Have we ever had any parliament in Sierra Leone that is powerful?
Most of the people that we did it, now house fly them, contaminated rhinoceros peasants. We don't know the wrist from the elbow. The most look like this guy where I deal with today. How you go look pussy like that one day you call her honorable when nothing pan no honorable, a dishonorable gentleman, you go put her for be lawmaker.
Okay, let us slow down on that, please. You cannot create a situation of correction by being part of the problem. Our parliamentarians don't know what they should know. I don't tell you, say Sierra Leone is full of munkus. Somebody they try for tell me the difference between munku and scarf the other day. I grew up in a Timni environment at Songo. I know what in scarf mean, I know what in munku mean, because the two words then are Timni words. Then.
Exactly. They say there's in fact the full name na Langba scarf.
Yes. Munku, na man we ignorant. You know, sabi nothing.
Then the
Scarf, na man we green because he ignorant of a lot of things.
they are synonym.
Now the same thing.
Yes. Then you get Kebu.
That's coming from the Fulani.
Yes. Fulama will just come out na bush.
We come on our
Yes. Then
Fula.
then you get Kende Momio, Kende Mu.
Kende.
Yeah.
So the same thing they all mean.
Yeah.
Munku na mawe ignorant. And you see, if we curse with parliamentarians them, then go feel say we they insult them so they're not they listen to we. Let we try for make them get educated. If those guys are ready, I can give them lectures on leadership and things like that.
Well, the complete meaning of a munku.
I have to do it, I can do it virtually and for free.
Munku na person ignorant, you know, if he knows himself he ignorant and he arrogant about it too.
Well, you can say that. That is what we have been made to believe. But my dear brother, you cannot think what you don't know in this life.
And you cannot give what you don't have, neither.
No, left-handed. That's not the material side. Let deal with the intellectual side.
No, now they talk. If you not get knowledge, you cannot give it.
You cannot think what you don't know. Even in the diaspora, there are Sierra Leoneans who are more ignorant than those in Sierra Leone. I want you to accept this.
Well, that's true. That is why I say quite often, I say a lot of we within the diaspora, the only thing we change by we now we address.
You come, you read something, we give you what you are the talk so, but you not be notice what in they mean. We then say poor men will sit down and blame, not so?
Yes.
Rich men do what?
They take responsibility.
Then after that, what in rich man they do? They find knowledge every day, not
They
so?
find knowledge. Yes.
What in the poor man they do?
They watch television.
You see, we get to take the message out of them words here. Not all the words them important, now the message.
The message, yeah.
The message is, without knowledge, there is no progress. And that's a fact. I challenge anybody for doing research. Wealthy people, they read every day. They find out every day. They want to know why, how, every day.
They learn continuously.
Yes. And I've been talking something the other day. Every human being is a wealthy person. But now very few people know the ability how to amass the wealth we then get. People think amassing wealth is by saving money in a bank. No.
Investment.
It's not. It's not. To amass wealth, You have to use the power of the intellect, get a plan, then you open up to people them where they on the same wavelength with you, we go come on board and work with you, let the thing become real. And you only amass wealth when you solve problems. You don't amass wealth when you steal money or cause problems. All the one they don't thief money in Sierra Leone, they have ended up not being wealthy. They get money for spend, but they are not wealthy. You know why?
Tell us.
The money they would then they spend, not they transcend generations. In the United Kingdom, you have companies that have gone for over a century.
Yeah.
I will give you an example, Lloyd's Insurance. Yeah. You know how Lloyd's Insurance starts?
It's big.
The coal miners, I mean, they can't give Lloyd the money where they pay them because he been get a tea shop. They don't get at this money till a rich son side. Nine Lloyd's call meeting. He say, "But una they can't left una money then ya. This money don't bokuna me. And I wonder we invest them so that the money go grow, all man go get." Then say, "Go ahead. Knowledge, the network, the coal miners, the agreement, the contract, the ethical and social contract." Then he started investing that money. By the time them begin go through Sierra Leone, Cape of Good Hope, and India for go buy silk and other things, they started investing in those travels. Trade and see the need say, let we begin make sure say if one boat go sink, we get away for payback, let the losses not too much. They created insurance.
You know, look the
So it became the biggest insurance company on earth.
Yeah.
And as we speak, every insurance company on earth, they reinsure with Lloyd's. And Lloyd's has been there for over a century.
So now they are back for insurance.
Yes, yes.
And that word where you can talk about trust, na currency.
That's what created Lloyd's Insurance.
It is all over. Look at Naya, transparency. The law making process is transparent, accountability, democratic, and pluralistic. Everything at Sierra Leone is introverted.
You know why? You know why it is introverted? When I get a caste system, a traditional system, we're introverted. And I want you to understand this. I've been telling you this over and over, but they refuse to understand because you have been fed the propaganda that now Europeans go offend we in Africa. They never offended us. I want to understand this clearly. Hey, slave trade not to Europeans started in Africa, yeah?
It was there before, and even after they left, we were still doing it.
We still have it.
Yeah.
In Sierra Leone, there is still slavery. There is still slavery in Sierra Leone as we speak. Okay? The Europeans, nothing and do to we. Now we system they understudy, then use them for make profit. And you know what thing reinforced that more? When they wanted to expand into the protectorate, they met this resistance, what they call hot tax war. They say, all right, you can take the horse to the pool, but you cannot force it to drink. Let it be. Then left the situation. 1906, then come back, say, well, now, we they try for let things work. So now give we una picking then law put them in school. Sons and wards of chiefs. They used our system. The caste system will get. We say Udana come up from a ruling house, now he get blessing. Udana workman, he get swear, pass he get favor of the one from ruling house.
Yeah.
Who ran a slave, he condemned to alaki forever and ever. Now they use so now don't modernize.
So they chiefs them and the one who they live and let to them. And then they recommend and then they go there.
Well, the fact is, not even the chiefs then they do them. Now people will feel say they get connection to chieftaincy. Then the chiefs then no longer have their powers they should have. Because we don't join them on this politics where they don't understand. Rather than them being the ruler now, they are being ruled by patronage. Head of state, they buy motorcar, give them chief, then dance. They should be controlling him.
And that's in where you talk about civil rights. Look at Naya, fundamental rights. The rule of law protects and upholds basic political and civil rights as well as civil liberties. This is exactly what you talk about. The legislations they have already ratified in our country. Then but are toothless dogs. They're not a bite.
They are not toothless.
No, I'm coming. I will tell you exactly why I say so. They are there to bite. Just like many other things them where we get today. But if we, the people, generically, that includes opposition, we the people that only receive the services them. Not all them people are accountable.
If you cannot, because you don't find out, you don't know.
If you get for pay me money, I no can call that. You go remind me. Say can take me money.
Imran.
Yeah.
What you don't know, you don't react to.
That's what I'm saying. We're on the same page.
Now you they make a simplistic about call that, not to call that business. The people hold themselves the obligation to learn and find out.
It is your responsibility to improve your possibilities.
When something be, rather than we jump the shout and curse, let us look at why is this happening. Let us research. Whose law always say this will happen? Whose law always say this not will happen? Okay? We don't do that as a people. So we get what we deserve. A people get the government they deserve. Now they elect them. When una don't elect them, una get the responsibility for ensure say they not go out of the law.
Exactly.
But if una not take the time for study the laws, for no say, because the Constitution is not established to protect the rulers. It is established to protect the people against the rulers.
Just like how you talk and so, you go only monitor the law if you understand the law.
And nobody not stop nobody for understand the law. It's there for you to read.
Exactly.
If you read and you don't understand, ask somebody who believes they go help you for understand them.
Look at the last one now. The last one, what is it? Consistency. Laws are publicly promulgated, equally enforced, independently adjudicated, and consistent with international human rights norms and standards. What do you talk exactly? What do you talk exactly? So now entrenched, you get for match. I go read them again. Consistency. Laws are publicly promulgated, equally enforced, independently adjudicated, and consistent with international human rights norms and standard. Entrenched. I don't know if I give you brag. Because what you talk, you pitch na leave.
You know, but people then get for do a lot more for make them see the Sierra Leone than wish for. A wish is just an hopeless way of saying, I want this to happen. If you don't take action, if you don't work for your wish to become real, it will never happen. Now, you've been talking, I say, one your uncle back out with you in a graveyard, he points to the people them. Not so?
Yep.
You know why them people, they not achieve their objective for passing here? Because they live a life of hopeless wish. You see, when you say these things, people would think, oh, these guys are being too bookish and they insult people. No, it's the truth. It's the hard truth. The hard truth is Sierra Leoneans need for do more, for know what they need for know, so that they will take control of their country. Not to pass, we wait for go do riot or go do protest. Then they know they pay nobody. When you know what you know, and when people know, say you know what you know, they respect you for that. One of the reasons why people, they respect people, now because of knowledge.
Mhm.
Knowledge no means say pass, you get PhD. But if Imran no say, boy, know what you know able to make bang bang talk up and turn anyhow, they respect her, not so?
Yep.
If boy know the same thing about Imran, they respect her, not so?
Mhm.
Say that man, they, have to be careful with him on a serviceman.
Yeah.
But we no respect that in Sierra Leone. Instead, we respect material things. And those material things are made by knowledge. There is nothing material that came from the space. It was made by another human being using knowledge. What is difficult about you using your knowledge also? If other able user, you think say God unfair, they go make some people and then clever and make una stupid. They are not stupid people. Just like there are no poor people. But your application of your knowledge is what brings wealth to you. Now they bring knowledge to you.
Well, you listen to the conclusion we then put in here. They say the rule of law is the core element of United Nations human rights and humanitarian agendas. The World Justice Project, WJP, Rule of Law Index, is a leading source of original independent data on the rule of law.
What in they call the rule of law? I explain and simple they allow you to read all done.
Mhm.
Rule of law, now another word for civilization.
Yep.
Outside then they respect rule of law, the people then civilize. Outside they not they respect rule of law, the people are not civilized. Civilization not to close and sus and os and motoka. Now human interaction.
Treats
When you do unto others as you want done unto you,
empathy.
then there is rule of law.
Yeah.
I don't put it simple for you.
Mhm. True.
When you do unto others as you want done unto you, then there is rule of law.
I don't know what
If you create at the Kamsala just done, if you create a situation where specific laws are applied for specific people, then there is no rule of law because they are not doing unto others as they want done unto them. Okay?
Mhm.
This boku big English, anything what the human being they do, we take them from the laws of nature. Nature, they tell we say, we for live with equality. We for live with mutual respect. We for live with shared trust. If we cannot do that, then there is no rule of law. If even somebody offend you, you get to apply the rule of law. Do you know why you have to apply the rule of law?
Mhm.
Because the humanity of the person is greater than the law that is going to be applied on him.
It's so interesting you say that. Very interesting you say that.
It's not, it's a fact. It's a natural It's a natural metaphysical fact. It's a natural metaphysical fact that guides our existence. It's the law of correspondence, as it is called. What is above is below. What is within is without.
I know of one of the miracles in the Bible where Jesus do where he healed one blind guy. Now they didn't talk for say he healed the man on the Saturday. I Sabbath. Now they make BBK spanner. Now exactly what you talk to. Now they say, what good is the law if you know the help person?
Right.
And you talk and back say, we don't need Pankalo say Jesus Christ don't good, and now we all want for doing Jesus Christ. But Jesus Christ
go bribe them boy when they buy private jet and buy.
He said, what good is the law? This wonderful law, one of the touch now in our head. If you know they interpret, you know they trickle down to the people.
Then there is no rule of law. That is what he was saying. And when the law is not good, there is no civilization. Civilization is your ability to mutually coexist in peace.
I read a piece. I do not know why I found it. I will try for look for the source. It will tell me how you be able to identify a civilized society. He said it is simple. He said not to how you treat the bourgeois, not to how you treat the primus gentlemen them on top. He said it is simple. He said now how you treat the vulnerable, and this so how civilized you be. How you treat the weak.
Because there is a reason in that. Because when you uplift the weak, you respect the humanity in the weak. And civilization is about respecting the humanity in each of us.
Yeah.
Okay? It's about respecting the humanity, which we are not doing in Sierra Leone now. Number one, if somebody grabs say they go make coup, somebody grabs say they go in war, and now they respect the humanity of other people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then if you all the person we want for do that thing and you cut in throat, you kill them, you shoot them, you display a body publicly, you know they respect the humanity of them one and day. You know, it's a difficult thing to explain because we are not used to that way of living. Now I make this now, I mean, they tell you, say, what you don't know, you don't experience. What you don't find out, you don't know. The world can be a peaceful place, but there are certain things we'll get for take as norm. The wait man not able to explain unto we in any other way. Now I make them they tell we about rule of law. But I want to know say rule of law even there within the African traditional systems.
Yeah, we all know traditional law. We have our laws.
So the law, the rule of law they then get norms about how they treat prisoners, not so?
Yep.
You know what you make with the mistreat prisoners now? And because we don't move away from that traditional system, we don't come to the Western system, we will not understand. We people first term, if person commits crime, then get certain ceremonies where then they perform. Because they think it's an abomination that has been committed. Why you think so people they think about abomination? Now because then they respect the humanity factor more than the law.
Yeah.
If you offend certain spiritual side of we life, it will create an imbalance for we in the material side.
Yeah.
That was the thinking. I make them they pull them Sarah, then they do all kinds of ceremony. say this is an abomination. But today on law, when somebody commits abomination, now for kill them, now for go turn a cutting tree, or then kind thing then they. When you kill somebody, you don't create an abomination where they create a spiritual unrest in the society. Because you don't destroy part of what they call humanity. That Lord do unto others as you want done unto you, you don't break them. When you thief from somebody, especially person you not get, you don't create an abomination in society.
Because waiting with people within this abomination when a sacrilege. Rightly as you put them, you don't create an imbalance. You don't create a vicious circle. You don't create hate. And with hate,
it grow.
It grow. It brew.
Now in as Alonso.
Yeah.
The abomination of hate.
Yeah. It ferment.
The abomination of hate.
Yes. It ferment.
As Alonso. The energies in Sierra Leone are all full of hate.
Yes. Because you kill that person there, the person where you kill, you don't get power for fight back. But you get brother, you get sister, you get papa, you get mama, you get auntie.
They get power for facts, but they know the power.
Yeah. That's the spiritual side.
On that.
But the human side, all them people there, you don't hurt them. They are not going to stand back. They may not say anything. They might be quiet, but it is brewing inside them.
Yeah, the people are alive, but the spiritual world is also brewing.
Yes.
Mr. Law, we understand this, say.
No, true.
From the time when people sell them family into slavery, that energy of discontent is still there in Sierra Leone.
Yep.
Sierra Leone was a major trading port for slave trade. Shabro Island, Tasso Island. No book not there of slavery where they read where not they see and they. Then get all the records of the slaves they would then take from Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
That energy, the people who lost their lives out of that cruelty, then spirit still the wail, then spirit still the cry. That's why we are a confused race. The energy of confusion, they power.
Some of them
Therefore, make peace. There is a way to make peace, but it cannot be made by continuing to commit the same crime.
The same thing, they don't become a vicious circle.
Our ancestors committed.
Yeah. We get for break that circle, that vicious circle. It not go just they go round and round. You get for reach a point where people because everything where they start now, people they start up. And anything where they finish, now the people then get for come together and say, hey. We've had too many of this. This don't happen too many times. It is time for us to change it. It's a delay.
Are we ready to change it? That's the
this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the point. Because people want to change, but they don't want to make the sacrifices, because that's why in management, when I'm in your area of study, now one of the most difficult things for manage change, because people they're scared. Say, this is what I know. What will the change bring? Even though when I don't make una calculations, una know say this way where una be they go, they bring all length in there, get rid of this thing here. You want to where the benefits from it, then they go create obstacles for make una no do that U-turn. The one them way gets them finger at the till, then they don't want to do the U-turn. Then one of the people them where now they suffer the brunt of it, it will get even more difficult. But una get for make that decision day and go through that process day. Because anything where beneficiary, where una get for benefits from, it come with pain. It not can easy. If you want to make gold, you get for digger. But for that gold they interpret to gold, you get for processor. Just the gold na dirty, not to gold. If you ever go through a furnace, you get for wapam, you get for bitam, you get for benam, you get for kotam, you get for wapam. Now the same thing with iron ore. You get for go through that process. So if we want to forget the benefits of democracy, where are they? Everybody they are like democracy, democracy, democracy. Democracy comes with a price. It's not free. People die for democracy. Blood is shed for democracy in some cases.
Well, you don't have to die for democracy, actually. We have to think properly, then we can be democratic. We don't take the world, make them a place, say, until you die for something, nothing will change. But the world has always been a peaceful place, only that the human race has never seen peace because they're not they make peace with themselves. Change is not about some magical situation happening. It's about all of us saying, we have had enough of this, let it end now.
Yeah.
Then we train ourselves not for repeat what will be done they do. Change begins with changing what is in your head. Those beliefs that you have, those norms that you have, the vexations that we get, make peace with them, let it go. But if you cannot make peace with your vexations, then there is no change. And that's what we have seen in Sierra Leone since 2018. Here is a government that came to power. We met nothing in the coffers. This, that, they make white paper, blue paper, brown paper, khaki paper. What's the end pa? The same things that are condemned are being done worse today. So show me, where is this change?
It's so sad. I was saying to somebody the other day, all the things that wouldn't condemn, then come out and do it with steroid.
Yes. So what in that they tell you? They tell you, say, the energy of vengeance. And where there's the energy of vengeance, there's the energy of hate.
And even the language says it all. It says, now we turn now. Now we don't turn for cheap.
Just listen. I will listen to this and let the public listen to this. I go make a commentary about this.
Mama Jimmy, I tell you, Bembe, if you really know, see, Ben, you believe, see that name, wouldn't give. Now you Bembe, now you get out. Now you then give Bembe that name there. I swear to God, 2028 can't face it. What happened in 2023 in a small thing? Now 2023 now one up. The real election will define the future of Salon now 2028. Now the time when I get for wake up in the morning, when I know finally say, oh no. We are in for a long ride. Trust me. We know the team, but we will pit with the liquor. We will not pit, we not able to lick the pit again. We will pit the pit with the liquor. If we say they reach you, man. You see, Ben say no, them they don't reach me. You see, now the difference down the be una na boku talk on again on social media from 2018. Una di talk la bola boku talk now, no action, nothing, una see. Salon, I tell you now, coach me, share this me audio any size Salon under President Bill, it must remain peaceful. I swear to God. Anybody we want to say you want to put the security of Salon and put the people, innocent civilian, in fear. I swear to God, that person it'll be met with a very stiff resistance from the security way they so today. Now, so I don't say that Shaka Stevie or Momo or an Escobar security. This security way they so under President Bill, they are ready for respond to any of our nonsense at any point in time. I don't think it's Samura with the jump. So they under microscope right now. We watch out. They could not see yourself. You go wake one morning, you say they don't babsa. You know, say we will not get boundary. There's no boundary on the set on a course. None that boundary no day. We left and no more let the flex, let the jump, let the enjoy himself. And once we hold Samura now, the relationship we get with president who the father there, the church way and to the go. Now if you say they help small way they make it a flex, but let the flex. Oh, ready for that one day. Or they put church business first one side. Anybody who say Salon people don't know go clean and go find them living, then go to live in fear. That person they meet stiff resistance.
Now, what do you make of this?
Well, I get some very important questions, Naya. One, this person where they talk, who that it be?
Na CSO Mambu.
Who na CSO Mambu? What's in a role?
When they claim say na civil society
I'm
man.
glad they will use the word claim. This man as somebody
not gladdy for that. What in do? People
not
are
gladdy.
all over the place. I don't know how to say it. Then they claim for builder they not be.
I'm not gladdy. Are they in a state of shock for somebody where suppose for put the protection of the multitude very high. Now him busy, they protect government over the people. Government when a tyranny. Government when a despot.
He's not protecting a government, he's protecting a political party.
Party, yes. They're the government. It's the same one.
They are not government.
You know, then waiting in a talk about Naya, in a talk about peace. So you get peace for terrorized people, for threatening people. This man a threat. If not civilized country, I'm glad you use the word civilized. If for the jail right now, not a complimentary talk and then they talk, not a reconciliatory talk and then one and they, not a talk and then they when they bring family, it further polarize the society. The man is say them and we. Is then say when they say something, then they do them. So what they are doing now, that them boy they are with a kill, this man don't clearly show premeditation.
Exactly.
Now man,
who that the Olam?
Because the society where we then are, where person behave then kind when they in a public, in a way where you put the public at risk.
Who that the Olam? That's a question I want an answer for.
Well, this is more like
who are the old CSO Mambu for this irresponsible statement?
He's supposed to be the police, the law. But if the law not Olam, what can they do?
Is he in Sierra Leone?
He's alone, yes. He's in Sierra
Leone. He's not alone, he's in America. Mambu not is alone. And one of the few that were in America, where then they feed money every month, is sit on the talker elect.
And he make a lot of money. He make a lot of money from this civil society.
Don't focus on, let us answer this question. Who is going to arrest him? Who is going to hold him responsible?
Well,
I don't tell you, say, let we deal with the issues.
It's part of the system. This rogue system.
Who is hold Mambu for this statement? Una they allow mother be too much in a salon. Honestly. Una they allow and too much. You know what you do? Una not even know what for do for put them guys here under control. Mambu has made this statement. Sierra Leone has ratified this convention against torture and other things. Mambu is in America. There are Sierra Leoneans all over the diaspora. Why can't we come together and make a case against that man to the United States government and send them this copy of audio? Yes. If we don't want to take responsibility, nothing will change in Sierra Leone.
Nothing, absolutely. Nothing will change. And for me, what's in the trouble?
That question, who should hold him responsible? I was very deliberate. The people of Sierra Leone want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die.
They want to die. Yep.
Now, they for all Mambuda for Ola.
Me, now the population says if me not see the outrage. Because now any society there will be an outrage.
Now we still don't verify that by speaking English. We they verify the nonsense where they go on Sierra Leone by speaking English.
I don't know.
You know all what you na sabi where somebody don't do thing extreme. Now for going fair to na kill. We don't need to kill a soul in Sierra Leone to correct Sierra Leone. The people of Sierra Leone only need to come together and say we've had enough of this. Somebody they asked me question about Samura. Then what you feel about Samura? I say Samura is a pawn that has been misused and they are dumping him. And they dump him. I'll be the least surprised if I really say they don't arrest him. You know what you do? Them body away then can't show we say na coup plotters. People they don't torture before then they bring them to the public. They will use that as a grounds to arrest him, say they try for create coup. This is how these idiots operate. If una feel say mother bio and in cabal, na idiots them were stupid, they know what they are doing and they are doing it. I just know a video where in West talk, and I tell you say Fatima is correct. Mambu don't can verify and say una na talk una dey on social media. And he made a lot of irresponsible.
It's our own responsibility, my friend, including you. Not say Wuna. Don't shame Wuna. We are all included. We are all in it.
Now you want to shift. You see, this is the Sierra
Leone. You keep saying Wuna. We are all Sierra Leone.
Because me they try for tell una the truth. Me they try for tell una the truth about everything.
It's simple. Now waiting, they show now with reality. Waiting they show now with reality right now is waiting we talk about now. If we get a country
to stop all of this happening,
we get for organize we serve.
How?
Like what we do?
Can we organize ourselves by going all over social media, cursing and fighting?
You know, we'll get everybody 8 million for agree. But those who are progressive in their thinking and their mindset, then we get
use adjectives and adverbs, progressive and unprogressive, because those are the things keeping people away. Let us make it open. Can we organize to end these things happening in our country?
We should. It's a must.
How do we do it?
We have to.
How do we do it?
We get for come under and say, now Randy make sheep and goats meets the same veranda. So we get for come together. We forget about differences, tribal orientations. We get for forget about political orientations, religious orientations. Come together for once. We deliberately forge a union based on equality, one belief system, where we all go decide, say, all right, this don't happen, this don't happen, it's not supposed to happen. Nobody picking not supposed to die like that. For now, we stop that. We go make this law. That's how they did it everywhere else in the world. We go make them law there. And then law there, we go follow the like fine tooth comb. We all agree, just like what you talk about ratification. We all come together. We agree as a people. So this is where we need to go. We agree in principle. Then we take them from there. But we cannot just keep sitting there. You get people that were loyal to the tribe past the country, loyal to the religion past the country, loyal to the region past the country. Then you find out for say, we not just country with tribal orientations, we don't amalgamate. We are really not a country because we're not a work with one fundamental ruling system.
If I tell you something, you go believe?
Yes, of course.
Now, because we want force all them different groups here for think the same way, and I make Sierra Leone to country. This not the program for that, but I don't tell you say we'll get for do a program on how we go bring in with traditional rulers for assist we for stabilize the country. That's what they call decentralization. If we not use an Sierra Leone will never exist. Okay? Sierra Leone will never exist. That man they man no able force team the man for think mende. That team the man no able force mende man for think teamini. You know they woke. So the answer is decentralized. Norway has 2 parliaments. Do you know why? The United Kingdom gets more than 1 parliament, not so?
Yeah, they get
Do you know why?
They ratify, they get the Scottish, you get the Welsh, you get the English.
Do you know why they did that? You think they are stupid? Now for allow everybody for live according to in own belief and in own perception.
Why you feel say America gets federal? Not for the same reason.
We have overdone this thing about governance in Sierra Leone by centralizing everything. And we not only centralize, I'll take all to put on our one office, head of state. The head of state is not any person but a supervisor of the state. He should not be the law of the state.
Yeah, he needs to pretend.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Until we decentralize. I don't care what you talk. Salona is steady. Mm-hmm. That Creole man go always feel say better pass country man. That Timni man they always feel say better pass Mende man. That Mende man they always feel say better pass Creole man and Timni man. Nothing can change that. But there is a way we can change it by decentralizing power. But not to that we they discuss now today. What do they discuss now today? Now the responsible behavior where the people at the top depend, where they make the country, people will not get chance for sit down and think which way can we move this country forward. I said it in the last program and I'm saying it today again. All the people within are the top echelons of Sierra Leone are munku them and then very responsible.
That is clear.
Then they create problems willingly because they feel the benefits from this kind.
What are the benefits? What would divide them? They are strong.
Imran, they're not the benefit. Kaka Stevens built Kabasa Lodge. What is it today? What is Kabasa Lodge today? Now it's quarters place. Now Hill Station, Juba Hill. Albert Magai Bilos Nagbangbatok. What is it today? You see, now we move away from this material consciousness. Let we look at the spiritual side of our existence. If we can live peacefully as a people, if we can coexist peacefully as a people, we can do far more than we are doing now. Because when people live peacefully and coexist peacefully, then they create trust. Trust they allow we for create distribution of wealth by exchange of goods and services within the society. Trust they allow we for being fair with each other. When man work for you, you dey pay and salary way enough for take care of your responsibility. We are not doing all of that in Sierra Leone. Instead, We are happy to be running from our country to come and work in other people's country. And we country get far more resources than some of them countries here where they run country. Are we really thinking in Sierra Leone? Would they say then the benefit? Some man be don't be minister under the last government. We can now in England, a council us back, he can't sleep. A benefit that? I want you answer me.
Well, it depends on how the person is here.
It's not on how we see them. Benefit, not to you they say what you see now in a benefit. Benefit, now what in society assess you for be. Okay? And your assessment by society is not always material. You can be assessed for several other things. We don't see politicians them. They don't buy us overseas, then die. Who is living in those houses now? Whose benefit that get for them and their family? For candy another man country? What is wrong with your country? Huh? What is wrong with your country that you cannot live there? We got to change a whole lot of things now we hate. We believe systems now we biggest crisis. The simple things we'll foresee and do, we not see and do them because we believe systems they're all wrong. Look at this idiot seated in another man's country. They create crisis in your own country. Do you think it's benefiting from that?
I don't know how you see it. The chicken change way he gets for him, na benefit.
Mr. Low left chicken change. Let us assume that Mambu lives for the next 30 years. SLPP not get for dinner power for the next 30 years.
This is where
change.
You know, your level of thinking is too sophisticated for them people there.
Well, it's not my responsibility.
They're only the thing for now.
Mister, we were all born in Sierra Leone. I'm not responsible for anybody's.
You didn't think about now and the future. Now you talk for the mentality of the poor man and the rich man.
I want to listen.
The poor man they save, you the invest. Them man and not they invest for the future of the country. They get for it now. They don't care if anybody die around them. That's how they think. Now this I can try for make like you know. For deal with somebody, you got to understand the level of stupidity where he soak himself inside. Because they are all short-sighted.
And that's why we need to tell them. That is why we need to tell them. Because I told you before that people don't know what, people don't think what they don't know. Not so?
Yeah.
Not so that I tell you. It's unfortunate that man they claim for be civil society. Then he get the audacity for say recognized by the United Nations all the time. And he's thinking so abysmally stupid.
Totally. It's very difficult for me for even listening
to. As a matter of fact, that statement there, under the law of subversion, he can be arrested for that, but he will not because now in party they na power.
This is exactly the point I am making here.
But if he is subverting Sierra Leone's law, Sierra Leoneans who have had this should come out as a unit and say, we are tired of this. This should end now. If every Sierra Leonean write a petition against Mambu, I swear to God that will be an example. If every Sierra Leonean sign a petition against Mambu's statement, we forward on to the United States government, we forward on to the United Nations, we forward that petition to the ICC, we attach the audio there. That will be an example. But do we have to wait for others to think for us all the time?
Now union people are now see it. Put your money where your
Me
mouth
not for union people, though. I beg.
You say, put your money where your mouth is.
Mhm.
We decide and work for put with energy. We not they put with energy then. We priorities then all wrong. In fact, to start with, where is the outrage? Wait for make we sign that petition. We all organize and no this you don't pass mark. We're not gonna take this anymore. Not also the other one back in commot, what is that no? It talk all kind of bata. Talk them with totally and utterly.
Well, now
Not
we they
divisive.
allow them. Now we they allow them because we know they do the right things. I believe so. Don't begin talk so. And me, I want Lemambu. He come back to me if he is a man enough. Let him come back to me so that we can have a discourse about what he said. I want him to come back to me. Let we discuss.
He's not gonna do that. Not in a million years. He's not. And nobody not go force him for doing.
No, you're right.
And nobody not interested for tell him for say, hey, my friend, this is wrong. And this is why some of us come out and make these audios.
The only thing I want to be aware of, you know what I want to be aware of?
Uh-huh.
These are modern times where technology can allow anybody to monitor you. I can monitor him. I can eavesdrop on him. I can do anything I want to do with him. Minus killing him because I'm not a killer.
Far from it.
Let him know that he's under the radar from now on. Pikio say, in mama not the sleeping, say not the sleepable. And he say 2028, what he go do? Well, let Mambu know say, Sierra Leone belongs to 8 million people. Now, then say, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. We don't hear here, that day. 2028 go sweet na salon. We don't hear it.
You know, when you read and understand about polarized society, a lot of people don't know for say we are already at war. We just wait now for the trigger.
We have always been at war. We have never had peace in Sierra Leone.
Because when you look at the language, it's very polarized. What's in a polarized society? We don't create a wedge. There is a big space between us. And the space, funnily, it gets bigger and bigger. The language when they use, them and us. You hear what he say? We not a pitch. We not a leak. Who they pitch, we leak them. What so they draw, they kill them.
Mambu is the cousin of God. So be it. He is the cousin of God that determines the destiny of mankind. So be it. Uda send them because now then they send for contest the waters.
That is the pattern of behavior.
It's not a pattern of behavior, it's a method they are using. I've told you, they use the rice method. When I get for think out of the box for understand what in the go on at Sierra Leone. Not to accident or not design. They use the rice method. Those that they want, they reward. Those that they want, they impinge on their ideology. Then preach tribalism. Bidi, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Those that they want, they coerce. When they want you, then they create a coercive atmosphere. If they don't want you, then they create a coercive atmosphere. Then the other side, then they play on people their ego. They will come here, like why they talk so. The other American, the other day, they call it Shila. He say two idle old men. I say yes, but me, my idleness don't pay me. And he pay me. I not live on anybody's.
It just the true what
I not live on anybody's. How do you call it? Favor. I'm living my life.
Mambu is
Yeah, I want it.
Mambu is sister because the things them we will talk about Naya,
You know if na man?
A contrary,
You know if na man where they use fake name money card?
because that's what they do. Both APC,
They are cowards. They are cowards.
That's
They
what
will
they do.
never come to the public to show their names like me and you do.
And even social media, that's what I say to them. When somebody want to get a conversation with me, you have to have a name and a face. If you don't have a name and a face, you don't have a voice. Keep quiet. Shut up.
Because you are a coward.
Because I'm not a coward, I am responsible. The word way you use, responsible for your action. So I have my name and my face. So whatever I say, I didn't make a disclaimer. I said it. You know me. By name and by face.
You see,
this man come out, he said this kind of thing here. We got 2 men them die, killed, slaughtered. They're not even possibly bury their heads on the no don't dump them as an unknown grave because I saw that they bury.
You know if they don't go eat them.
Oh, that's the other thing.
You know if they don't go eat them. If you say now all my they die in a salon, then they left him, but then they eat some. Cannibalism there now in our country.
It always did. It always did. And people they no say they. And they know they do nothing about it. And that's the sad part.
Yeah, because the people want it that way. Imran, one thing I've learned in life, if I don't take responsibility for my destiny, whatever goes wrong with me, it's my fault. I blame myself.
Yeah, true. Makes sense.
No, it's the fact.
No, that's fact.
God made man in his image and likeness and told him, go and take dominion over the earth. If you don't use that image and likeness of God in you, you keep blaming Mother Bio, this, that, then you are not man enough. You are not worth passing here on earth.
Look like what you see this Friday and all other subsequent Fridays. When people then go for go pray, useless politicians then we don't feel, we're not able to do nothing. We're not able to make a program. They can't impinge on a prayer time for can't talk in a mosque. Because they are so lazy for organize the people then, make community meetings. They don't want to do that. So now Masla see them come. No imam no will say to them, you're not allowed here. Go make a community meeting at Kotbari. Go make a community meeting at City Council. When I Kaisaya, yeah, people that don't left their house for can worship. Worship we shall do. When we finish, they go home. You know they can't take another extra 3 hours of people in time. No. Every Friday.
Do you know why they do that?
Do
you know why they do that? Do you know why they do that? And do you know why the mosques allow that?
Talk to me.
Because of your caste system. Who introduced the caste system to Africa is the Arabs. In the 10th century, when they came down, started taking your women, exchanging them for slaves, for horses, they introduced a kind of political economy that created a caste system. And now they work with it today. 90 white man used to their advantage, they make money. They went to Africa to find food and goods. They meet with the enslaved, we said, and say, well, let we experiment. Then begin take some from Guinea-Bissau to Cape Verde. When they see say under the land not enough, then go find America. Then can begin the chieftain and them in the give them. Then they can't go. Today they say now Europe is underdeveloped. No, they never underdeveloped us. They are treating us how we are. Then say I pray you bid
African man, we hate change. We hate change with passion. All this talk walking, they talk about change now. Hypocrisy.
You don't have to talk about change.
Because if
do you want to change?
If you want for change, you get for prepare for make sacrifices. You get for forgo some.
You gotta make sacrifice. If you want to change, begin to change yourself first. If every human being change, then everything don't change.
Anything where you they give away for something else, and sacrifice.
Well, maybe.
If you
If
decide
you are
say, you know they smoke cigarettes again, you dey get withdrawal symptom. You get for fight. It's not easy. You get for fight. Any change where you get for do, it first and foremost, it get for be painful.
it get a process where you get for go through,
Yes.
where go be painful somehow. But it is not a sacrifice. It's a wish fulfilled. When you stand up to it, it's a wish fulfilled.
Yeah. But you have to give something to get something. Every time where you decide for do a change, you have to give up something for something.
Yes.
You can never get something for nothing.
And
then
with this, what do they give up? It not get value to we. Because if we been get value, if we don't make you better.
Timniman say kufut kiye. Timniman say empty cough no day. He say when you cough, if you not swallow, you repeat. You either swallow something, that the flame, or you pit the flame. The choice is yours.
Yes, I agree. But what you had to say, all the things that now they refuse for change, they not get value to we. If they had value, if they were good for us, Sierra Leone would have been a better place today.
I'm glad the way you bring this point, Siakam. I'm so happy when you bring Akam.
All the things that we believe in, if they've been good for we, Sierra Leone for be a better place today.
My brother, we don't for it didn't grow, you know for again. Sierra Leone, we don't for already, we didn't grow. The only way now up. So what you will go lost for long go up? Because the only environment
you will never rise up if you don't have the wish to rise up.
To climb, yes.
You will never rise up if you don't make the effort to rise up. If you want now other man for Kaol, you lay grapusai for
international community
they come.
International community they come.
Nobody know they come. I lay down then they go lay down.
But Sierra Leone with situation what we did, not on stage one again, no. We they flat na ground. We not a further again. Na ground we they now. Do you remember?
Sometimes the ground don't begin sink with you now. Sometimes a quick sand una lay down.
What we be small? We will grow up na Cambia. Then weekend them. We can go shopping. Now Guinea. At the border, we they go. When we go, we they laugh. It was so funny. When we cross over there, anything way church na wool, that na 1,000. We money be stronger, way stronger. When you care small money go, you care 100 million go for go shopping. When they change for you now, wool, boku 1,000 there. We they laugh the money, then they flop them for you in a plastic bag. Then you go begin a yewo for buy what you go for go buy. That Guinea they will be they laugh. Guinea money will be they laugh. Now the table don't turn. Now when we go Guinea, now then they change money, give me. Now when they
why did the table turn?
Now when they care go millions for me they go give with few CDs.
Say frangine.
No. So Mickey said to people then, we should be ashamed that the Mano River Union. Even that, first term, we better pass Liberia now to win the can school. Gambia and then to win the can school.
The president resident so na Kenya might go school.
Yes. Now we now be the civilized one them amongst them. Now to win they can get anything. If Liberia want go better school na Salone and they come. Now we be they make them kind of the map.
All them diplomats and top people in Liberia and Salone them they send them picking for go school.
All launching and they like high school bad. High school.
You see, the point about Sierra Leone get for make with people they are aware of. We too complacent with we own destiny. And we like to put the point across. Like this, no, you won't blame me. You say I'm Sierra Leonean. Yes, I'm Sierra Leonean.
No, start to,
but from 1977, I've been saying these things I'm saying today. Nobody is listening.
Yeah, no change.
So what do you expect me to do? Now begin slap una and beat una. Well, I go do that. Me na teacher sabi beat o.
I go double it consist.
From 1977, we have been trying to direct people. Not to me one no, then they boku asabi them.
Papa,
And some people them can't join we. They misuse that, then create war. I mean, they talk to somebody today, now they tell and say, let we take a look at Africa. All the movements they claim in the 70s say, then are revolutionary movements, they want change. Most of them are in governance today and they are performing badly. Mozambique, Frelimo.
and
Now
then
they rig election so.
yeah, they don't kill past 50 people.
Sierra Leone, RUF. Now then na power so. Angola, MPLA. Then do anti-password and dreb then they. So that they tell we one thing say, what can tell una say, the change we Sierra Leone deserve not to military change, una not they understand.
For military change, not progressive. Anybody
Most times it is led by idiots who are just popular. Most times, military uprisings are led by idiots.
And you know, for say most of the people that would go to the military self now, people of very low pedigree.
Not that the issue is even those who have not gone through the military will create rebellion. Like the RAF, they were not part of the Sierra Leone military, but it was a military movement.
No.
And the people in the RAF, I would not consider them as intelligent people. Because if they were intelligent, now that they are in power, they should be doing better.
Before we go today, then we talk a little bit about Boken, president of Liberia.
They come to Bokai. Come to Bokai.
Because we don't 11 o'clock.
What in Bokai say? Now just a statement of admonishment. But the issue is about Sierra Leone. Do we want Sierra Leone to change? If we want Sierra Leone for change, we for change with mentality. We for jettison most of them beliefs we get and look at new beliefs we go assist with.
For general total overhaul. The way we think with perceptions, we get to make serious changes.
Because Bokai go kai talking on. Mama di Dumbuya go kai talking on. But if we're not ready for doing things correct, nothing will ever change in Sierra Leone.
Change is just like the leader that we get.
People like this Mambu guy should shut up. We've had enough of this rubbish. Some of you want to come in now and direct Sierra Leone, and now we can get on peacefully.
That man for the jail. Not for worker free.
If you work free, let's shut up from now on.
Because no civilized society, not the way somebody go team up, it makes short a deplorable, short and outrageous statement. It gets scotch-free. Such a diabolical statement.
If say that die left Salongiam, let no say na 8 million people and Papa die left Salongi they all. Sierra Leone is public properties, not private property.
Where that woman be talking, they say then go cut man and private parts, then go mob people them, mob justice, and then they happen so then they kill people in the evening abroad. You see where they tell people them this light way where they deal with things, no outrage, nothing. It just
just use the correct argument and the correct message. Your religion tells you in the beginning there was the word and the word was with God. The message, how they give the message, now they make the change happen. We have used too much of outrage in Sierra Leone such that nothing is changing. Can we try some other methods?
I not see outrage now.
Like, for example, this statement made by Mambo, I'm telling him now to shut up. That all of us own Sierra Leone. And if he's challenging Sierra Leoneans, then let him know the challenge has been taken.
How can you say something like that? And they only do that. It is expired. 2 major tribes them. They talk and say, we will pitch on the leak and that they made them. Now dangerous talk down there. And the people that went for condemn them, even more now the men that people that for condemn them. Because they talk like they talk in the house.
One about anything until the man don't tell we say the army we then get can do anything. The only thing Mambu no know is that modern warfare is fought from the air by drones. So if they want to create a war, let them start it. Drones will end it. They will go see who that go suffer. Hey, bo. But this some of we not to technology munku demo. You they use iPhone for talk to that time. Yeah, they use iPhone and they see you say you there.
No, in not to talk, it be the talk. Now vomit, it be the vomit. Not to talk, it be the talk. Because he say we they talk, we know they do nothing. Just because we know they kill people.
Let him talk. Action speaks louder than words, mister. You see, there is a misconception in Sierra Leone. And we need for begin correct that misconception. A picture has been created to the Sierra Leoneans that Sierra Leone is owned by the few who call themselves APC and SLPP. There are people in Sierra Leone who may not be within that category, but who are also owners to Sierra Leone. I don't have to be head of state to be an owner of Sierra Leone. Okay? Now be careful how they say some of them things here. Now be careful. Mambu, now be careful, yeah? The time go reach, you go regret this statement.
Mambu na flippant poly, you can talk anyhow. And now the society as it is, where Northern talk, then Bapsam. Where Western talk, then Bapsam. But when they talk, they can talk anyhow. They can talk anything inflammatory. They can talk anything for ferment tribal hate.
A fine for them. Everything is welcome. You know why everything is welcome?
Mm-hmm.
There is a time and a reason for everything happening.
You're right.
Whatever is happening in Sierra Leone today, it will be an eye-opener for Sierra Leoneans. The end justifies the means. And I'll tell you this today. Everything that is happening in Sierra Leone is spiritual. And the first I see government kind of power, they don't spend 6 years, then they do nonsense, then they blame the past government.
Mm-hmm.
God, they guide we through a spiritual route. The end of it all, it is near. And all this noise that they make about coup d'etat, no coup d'etat, when the end comes, nobody will know where it is coming from.
In Mr. George Stone talk so. You would only be somebody if you're not part of the mafia. Where APC come, then get a young cabal. Where SLPP come, then get a young cabal. Now already would they see the APC? Then
well, now the cabal, then they expose so spiritually. We are going through a spiritual transformation. Now it is clear that there are people in the APC who are collaborating with people in the SLP.
Well, now we also hear some of them at the APC, they talk for say they are more APC than others.
All right.
Some of them they talk for say then APC Pekin. Some of them they talk for say
Mister. Who don't want to be the cousin of the god of APC? Who don't want to be the nephew of the god of SLPP. For all I know, Sierra Leone is bigger than all of us.
And that's just the further emphasize on the caste system. What we don't talk about tonight, because everybody want for making self Lord.
Sierra Leone is bigger than all of us.
You know,
and we have to begin to respect that fact. And that is a fact that Bokai, the president of Liberia, relayed when he came to Sierra Leone. Let me play.
Papa then start APC. Now we mama then start
This
SNPP. So if you Papa start
APC,
kind of improvement in the MRE in particular, Doctor.
Yes, when it comes to democratic tenants, and we read in the papers that Bio Wakai, so to speak, commits to regional democratic transition, as reported by Politico, that President Bio of Sierra Leone and President Joseph Nyuma Wakai, a senior of Liberia. One of the things having to do with enhancing bilateral ties, both leaders signed a joint communique to supporting regional peaceful democratic transition. You know, and furthermore, that the communique says both leaders discussed the democratic challenges in the MRU, that's Mano River Union, and ECOWAS region, and reaffirmed their commitments to support peaceful democratic transition of power in order to maintain peace and security in the region, as well as both leaders to review the status of political, diplomatic, economic, social, cultural, and security cooperation between their two countries and the Mano River Union. And it's so important, and the controversial 2023 elections, and we're still waiting. And the MCC, the U.S. ambassador, said that there isn't a result from both parties, although the APC, Dr. Samura Kamara, is claiming, a certain percentage. And even as that, the U.S. ambassador is saying that from NEC, and no, there isn't a result published to tell the winner of that. So in essence, that means that there should be a rerun of the elections. And as a result, we realize that we are stuck somewhere.
Are we still talking about rerun of the 2023 elections that is gone a year, almost an half ago?
It is evidence, particularly the visitation of the president of the Republic of Liberia, stating that there should be peaceful democratic transition for the sub-region in order to ensure peace, security, and tranquility. It's a clear indication in the light of that, and it's been confirmed inter alia by the U.S. ambassador, stating that there isn't a publication of results to show a clear winner of the 2023 election. So in essence, what do we expect except a rerun of the 2023 elections to tell? Although the APC's Samura Kamara is claiming a certain percent, in the elections, and according to them, that it was only 60% of that has been declared or something of the sort. So that's a clear indication, and we realize that we're not receiving funds from our donor partners, and we're stuck. And it's clear that has caused massive or weighty tax burden, as we're now discussing, because our international partners not supporting the country for obvious reasons, and even the Qatar Foundation, there, and other international election, monitoring bodies clearly stated that there are issues surrounding the 2023 election. So it's a clear indication that his presence here is to engage the Bios-led administration so that they can discuss the way forward, particularly having to do with peaceful democratic transition, and their communique, both governments, to see how best they can commit themselves to supporting peaceful democratic transition of power in order to maintain peace and security in the sub-regions. And it's indicative and it's clear that both parties to review the status of political, diplomatic, economic, social, cultural, and security cooperation, for both countries. Yes.
Moina, I mean, both countries have gone through their elections not too far ago or not too long ago, actually, and now they are recommitting themselves to democratic transition, in the region. Is this a kind of proactive measure or kind of reacting to what is happening now regarding coup takeovers, and then I mean vis-a-vis we know what is happening in Guinea, a very neighboring country here, and other things. Is it a proactive step, or is it some kind of measures to ensure that these things stop, really, the coups?
It might be one, but again, the other thing we should consider has to do with free trade, and of course between the two countries, and because we know we are, one might say, even when you go to Liberia and BS, and even as of now, as they are having peace, when you are in Liberia.
Okay, ramble them. We don't listen to this. We don't listen, we don't hear it. This, they tell we a lot of things what we need for know. Of course, we all get different way for understand what we listen to. So, but the important part of it is people around us feel there is uncertainty in Sierra Leone. People around us are not comfortable with what is happening in Sierra Leone. Whilst with a cool research, everything is bright and beautiful. But the people around us in Guinea, in Liberia, they know say it's not bright and beautiful. They are not talking about Julius Maada Bio in power alone. That statement about democratic transition, I know we're going to interpret it and for Bio for go. Yes, he may go. But the point at issue is if all the things we don't go wrong in Sierra Leone today, if we allow them for go away without proper action being taken, the hate way they institute go lead we sometime in the future into a crisis. Like how we been be na Liberia and Sierra Leone in the late 80s and 1990s. This is exactly what Bokai is mitigating by coming to sign that bilateral agreement. The Sierra Leonean populace get for wake up. We get for wake up and look at what will be the consequences of what they go on so, and find a peaceful way for solve what they go on so. And one of the things we'll get as a duty, we need for find out what are the reason we make we too lack for hold on to power. Yeah, they'll tell you, then leaders they don't perform badly, then go hold on to power. Yes, maybe. Maybe. But let us look at the other side. Here was this man who was in military junta. He went out of power with 18 million. A few years later, he became bankrupt and was living in a squatter in London. Now he's riding private jet. Do you think he will leave that private jet luxury?
Easy means of money.
So now begin think.
Don't tell them over and over. If they feel to say you go just come out in power just like that. Without fighting. It's not gonna give it up.
Now only a
One
stupid,
side I want to correct you.
now only a stupid man go do that.
One side I want to correct you. You know, we are already in crisis. Where you see that man come, he has interest in waiting the governor Sierra Leone.
Not in Sierra Leone, but in the sub-region, because he knows if anything starts in Sierra Leone, it will spill over.
At the come, it's even deeper than that. It's even deeper than that. We get a porous border with Liberia. The man when they talk so, not dizzy. We get dizzy people in Sierra Leone.
Well, now you've come to the point.
He gets a tribal interest. He's Sierra Leonean. He has Sierra Leonean. He
has a claim to be in Sierra Leone because he is Kisi. And you cannot drive the Kisis from Sierra Leone, even though our corrupt anti-corruption is also Kisi. He is a bad example of the Kisis.
You know, so in a Kisi, in a Moina, Bokai, na Sierra Leone, na Bakar, na Nicole Bokai.
His surname na Nima.
Well, na Bakar, na Nima. When I say Bokai, you mean Bakar?
Yes, Naim na Bakar.
So we get tribes there within either side of the border. If we get Cuscas, when a Sierra Leonean, they get dual citizenship.
No, left the war side. When Ebola been come, I think say spread into Liberia and Guinea because we all they move around each other.
We got a porous border.
Well.
You know, so the man already knows that there is crisis. And even Madabio Tokan, he say rogue election, they bring war. I send the video to you now where you're able to upload them. He says no. It's a rogue election. They cause war. The very rogue elections where he say they cause war, Naim, he drew na the country. Then he expects we for do differently. He don't sow a seed.
For the sake of peace, if they have a rig election, I will not accept it for the same sake of peace. So because
and at the same thing, this Mambu they do so.
Mambuyon, I don't throw a challenge to them. They know say there are 8 million people.
There is a law for them and there is a law for the rest.
If he feels he can say as he like, now let him come, let us have a discourse. I'll give him space on this platform. Now get a discourse. I'll get questions, then I'll go ask him. If he answer them, then he is right.
So sad for make a fellow Sierra Leonean, a brother from the same pool. And you know, not a statement.
You're not
connected to anybody else.
You know, the thing where they beat me about this guy. I don't think he knows the origin of the name Mambu and the connection where that name gets with the knot. He's a Bantamokele man. The Mambus are from Bantamokele. And Bantamokele is a Timni place in the Shabro region.
Of course. Now this we can tell
ignorance. Now they lead people into
if
rubbish.
they know Boden country, they know the anthropology of Sierra Leone. They know the history of Sierra Leone. Where people are going to talk about nuclear physics, they talk about nuclear chemistry. You don't know nothing. But
Julius Adabio has Timni connection.
Of course.
That is named Woni Bio. Woni. It's a Timni word. It's a title, ancient.
You know, Mambo, with Timni heritage.
I mean, tell Una say the whole of the coastal area up to Cape Mount, not Timni, them been there.
Such an outrageous statement. You not even care about the implications of what he say. And the thing was sad part, everything else, what in they claim say it be. You know, civil society activists. You
The
work
man,
and protect the
the
people
man
then.
are evil
Like you, they
society.
abuse them.
He is the leader of evil
Well, I
society.
know they call it evil society now. Yes. The one was saying a CEO, instead of they call a chief evil officer.
And whenever a civil society get a CEO, then can get chairman of them board or then get president of them board.
No,
A
everybody
CEO,
understand the CEO.
a CEO is connected to a profit-making institution. That correct that.
My brother,
A profit-making institution, and then they get chief executive officer.
people away get forum and they call themselves CEO.
Well, it's fine. Let God help una ignorance. Say amen.
We like title and put man.
I say, let God help una ignorance. Say amen.
I don't say amen because me don't well. I'm not going to take paracetamol for grace anymore. It's just painful when you see something so obvious. And people not seem for clued up about it. And painful. What's wrong with your brain? Not only the day up there.
Una ignorance. Say
Not
amen.
only the day up there. I don't say amen, no. Because maybe don't come on here. Me them say this guy I'm a bong. Long time ago, what did I mean?
That came out only.
It's not acceptable. Not acceptable. How you want and mango then I look the other one will be the commerce no. Now it's an apple local commerce.
So none of men picking in on no side come out.
But you know, sometimes the whole thing is like comedy. Without seriousness. Sometimes it's not just you can you can manifestation, then you bust laugh.
It is not comedy. Not comedy.
Cannot say that for local commerce. This one come out na Mabanta.
Bantam.
Then they talk something.
You know, on a very serious note, we have a lot of work to do with our attitudes in Sierra Leone. Until we change our attitudes for allow everybody then space. If that man na Mende, allow her in space. Let him be Mende and be conveniently Mende. If that man na Timni, allow her in space. Let him be Timni and be conveniently Timni.
And at the same time, give them the right
for able determine their destiny.
And respect that.
Yes.
And not infringe on their rights.
No.
You for stand with them and make sure say they all uphold their rights. So that's a law where everybody respects other person in determination.
Yes.
Respect them.
As a matter of fact, there is a minority convention that we have been party to. We states say even the smallest tribe like the Creole or the Lebanese will get for respect their right and their space.
America. We all man talk America. Not so they make democracy, but then they use as the litmus test. Even the elections law, different states they get different laws. Ally.
That's why be.
But when they go to that state, the election they do, then they do that election day based on the law where they then get the result based on the law where they did.
Exactly.
Then call them, as then they call them, who that lost, he lost. He lost like that lady.
You'll be surprised. The Democrats lost the presidency, but then get more seats in the states than now, as we speak. They want more seats in the states than in the federal government. Because the people in the states then get that autonomy for determining their own destiny.
Yeah.
Not a rocket science for do that in Sierra Leone. As a matter of fact, I've been they discuss this with somebody. Now he tell me say, now exactly then thing and they entrenched in the constitution where Justice Cowan being recommend. Then I asked the question, why didn't Aneskroma ensure that that constitution was passed through parliament?
Brother, this is painful to say. I said it. A lot of people came to crush me if they could, but unfortunately, I am solid as a rock. That man be leader in APC for nearly 20 years. He be president for 10 years, 6 months, 17 days to be precise. He could have achieved a lot. What he achieved? Coco, Bogwe.
Two things they were, if he been do them correctly, he would have left an indelible legacy to Sierra Leone. You know what those two things are?
That is program for attitudinal change.
Yes, one.
If it be applied that one day properly,
If he be make them into a commission and make sure say it is staffed by people that we understand with culture, with tradition, people that we train in the social sciences, then before them begin a kind of civic education, we before make Sierra Leone begin change.
the person will be the engineer and the person was Sabina Mipadi. I don't
Okay.
know the name because na Mipadi.
The second
Na a
thing,
nurse, where
that,
study agriculture and a nurse na ya. You know, there's
that,
nothing for do with the area where they go put up for go lead.
I know, now we left that. That constitution, as it was recommended by the Cowan Commission, if they been taken a parliament, then discuss a big constitution, that would have been the first step towards reforming Sierra Leone. Because it had a recommendation for council for chiefs, taking them off politics. Then it been get a recommendation for efficient and effective decentralization. And these are the two things we need now for make we begin get ourselves on the path to change.
They talk about any Saudi and talk about the rule of law, and talk about separation of power. Sierra Leone are the only place we, not to the last army, they don't go make ambassador. They don't make ambassador under anybody who come under the police, they make an ambassador, or they bring a kind of parliament, you know. More before they make a president, if he didn't have parliament as brigadier, Papa, the whole thing confused. Whole confused. And when they done it, the member for saying and now team begin poem. When begin poem, we see don't they look, we not say nothing. It get worse, it get worse. When they first introduce brigadier na the army and na parliament, na any for don't say then two things are not
Binede, Inspector General of Police Binede, Secretary General Binede, Teachers Union Secretary General have been member of Parliament.
Labor unions say we don't go there, then we don't put there all day. For let them set them out.
Well, but
they talk to a lot of people. They don't know.
We not go. We not go one day. We not go bill on one day. But I think we don't do justice to today.
Do you know who are the longest Secretary General at APC?
I don't remember again. How that?
Ashaka Stephen.
Well,
the first Secretary General at CA Kamaratilo. After we Sheki go for a conference in China, we come, they push CA Kamaratilo. They amalgamate the leadership and the Secretary General as the Chinese and the do. So what he do now? He make a deputy. He gets 2 deputy Secretary General. One for administration. When I be E.T. Kamara, then one other man something John. When I be the deputy.
Okay, yes, I remember.
When people are in APC plenty, they don't even know that. They don't even get a clue. Sheki was the longest serving because he want for consolidate power to say for like to control the party. And somehow for control the party, you need that. When I don't say the past stupid, you're not stupid.
But do you know that's what Madabio is doing now? Madabio, they use Albert Maga and Shaka Stevens, the method.
Yep. And we don't look.
Well, we're not trying.
We don't look. We don't say nothing. Salon, Sierra Leone has a Utalek fan board. You know, Tina fan board? That noisy board, that village weaver bad. When you get hundreds of them at one tick, they all build hosted. They only then they make noise.
I know.
If snake go up that tick day, guess what? They only about.
I know.
You're telling me. One on the left. The snake will swell out all them picking them. Then they come back.
All the egg them.
Yeah. Then they come back one. Then they all come back. We go burn back. While woodpecker, now in one grade then I old, but if snake go there, they boss eye.
Yeah, well.
You know they carry one egg go.
Woodpecker na warrior.
You know they carry one go.
Woodpecker na warrior. Pambod na boku talk then get.
Boku talk. Then they go yeah. Snake. They're all balanced. They only left them picking and they abandoned. That's what we do.
You see,
talk, no action.
The
when
final
tell them that you are the bad person.
I mean, I don't care. I'll be don't tell you say you get to understand what it means to live above and beyond intimidation. I am one person that cannot be intimidated. Can't cost me, mama. Thank you, bo. And you say again, mama, when it cost me, mama, it don't cost you, don't treat them.
If woman
cost me, mama, it don't cost himself 6 them, you know what you do.
I'm not going to go down that road with anybody. One thing, nobody not intimidate.
You know, mama, treat them, it costs himself treat them. If person cannot public, he can't talk sin as so boy turn. Fine. You are you turn. Tell the public how you turn.
Well, the thing is, nobody knows you more than you. Because the only person who can write a book about boy, now boy now ain't gonna be your own author. Nobody else can be boy's author.
I'm here to talk about me. I don't care.
Because I say to people I'm not responsible for the image of me now you mind. The image where you don't create of Imran now you mind. And like that boy not responsible for whatever image of boy where you don't create for yourself now you mind. That now your problem. But boy know who that he be, Imran know who that he be.
That is why I would not reply to it. Like now being kind of the 2 idle old men, I say, but thank you. Case done. We're not going to any fight.
Papa, me,
you say I am idle, fine.
And they pray for me every day. They say me now old, God go make her old. I'll just say amen.
I'm old. I'm not young anymore.
Papa,
but I thank God for that.
You're not old. I see the way where you.
I thank God for the age.
I see the way where you.
Then the way they go and waiting so. Some of them not even reach 58.
They don't believe you.
I would love to see them at 65. April next year is going to make me 70. Okay? So I'm happy to be old. But I'm sure I'm stronger than most young people.
But the country where you did?
Not to the country.
Not so old.
The country, not me. Not me.
You are not old.
What is in my mind is what makes me old.
Exactly.
Not me. Not to the country. If I tell you something, all the noise folk in the all about medical facility. I have lived in this country for 20 years. The only time I go to hospital is for regular checkup. Because I take care. I have what is called mindfulness. Mindfulness is what gives you good health. And mindfulness, part of them is just don't care about what people think about you. Believe in what you think about yourself and do what you like to do most.
Talking about mindfulness, now mindful for the time, now just cut an hour and go. Pambulem now we come, now we go.
No, goodbye. Stop that. Stop that.
At 12 o'clock now go so bra.
Pambul, before we go, we dey ask una for sit down and think about wetin we don say today. We dey ask una for joining the conversation. Some of them think say we dey can lay no more the foundation. We will allow discuss them. Let all money opinion come on board. Let we know what for do going forward. Let we make we country a peaceful place. Some of we don't tire with this cause and effect. Some of we not get now with nature for cause and effect. So when it happen every day, now negative energy for we. It dey make it difficult for make we associate say we na Sierra Leoneans. I know they associate with Sierra Leone because I want to please people. I they associate with Sierra Leone because I believe in Sierra Leone. And I think say we all forget that attitude. This cost, fet, kill, this and that, let it stop. Because at the end of the day, Sierra Leoneans don't benefit from it. If we've been the benefit from them, from 1961 to now, we country for them better. But from 1961 to now, na cause and effect with the Here we dey go.
The same thing over and over.
So una let we try think about this. Let us have a public conversation. Before we go, I want let una know say more people they look this show than they subscribe to them. About 52.8% of the people Lemok in the watch we, they know they subscribe to the channel. Are they beg una for una own interest? We know they ask una for money, but we want to keep this platform going because there is a lot to offer. We are here to provide a new knowledge base. We are here to provide a new way of understanding life that we attempt for change with country. We're not a care for can destroy. Nobody is my enemy. I don't have any enemy. If you want to be my enemy, fine. Keep it in your mind. Make hotel of boy in your mind. Boy will live in your mind free. Boy will be sleeping in his house. You are sleeping with him in your mind. So
Then no soul go be air conditioner.
That's not my business. Let we try, let we change. And change begins with each of us. And one way we could make this change happen, let we subscribe to the channel, let we like the videos, let we spread them. From where we start this channel, we have not got a single cent from it, but we have to keep it going because every month we pay for the software they use. So, una help we for keep the channel going. Una help we, let we build this up. This is going to be built into a network where people then go they come, you want find out anything, if they can't get the knowledge, you go do what you get for do. Then they come, we build them into an online school where anything you want to know, can no more, you will see video where they teach you that. But for make we reach there, we get for build the channel. Because we get for bring people on board, we'll get for pay for their service. I know go take man for car lecture we something on civil societies where the man can't talk no more go. For now, Now me and Imran there on the channel with a try for cooks that we build up. Una help we for build up. Because it is for all of us. If we go on, we're not able to build this channel, that not go stop some of we. Some of we go still see them. We write books about what we sabi, we put them for sale. We no want to do that because if we say they write books, now few people will go able to read them. But what you do so, it open for everybody for listen and learn from. If you get questions, send your questions on the comment section. It will be answered. I want to show you this. Anything you say now, if you not get questions, send your question at the comment section. You go answer. If you feel say you want more participation, join the channel. We get a community who's how they create discussions. We go they put topics then they. Like for example, what you go do now get better civil societies. It will be a topic of discussion on the community. Because we want to create a way we'll go engage with self, now we'll find a way forward. If I reach there, now thank you for listening to me. Over to you, sir, Mr. Ture.
Ambulem, they can go, but before they go, there is a breaking news. A man called Emmanuel Saidu Conte, now honorable. They don't assault himself, then beat a merciless slave. You see what they chap him. Then say na the Salonese. And then chap and then no go chap way. Mortal man. I don't send unto you. And this is really heartbreaking, very disheartening. For make things like so Fambulem. Not even more heavier. I go love Una and leave
Una. Look at this, we go come discuss some later. Possibly if it is very urgent for discuss, because this discussion will start today on this torture. If this don't come on, possibly we may do one program on Monday on that, because normally Monday we can get something different.
If you're not be busy tomorrow, we'll make an emergency program tomorrow on this one. Because
I don't have time on weekends. That's my problem.
All right. Okay. Well, it's okay.
I'm in there with VOS on weekends.
Okay. All right. Pamulem, now we come, now we they go. I'm going to say tata.
Una good night. We meet on Monday. Do you una help we share, una subscribe, and una like the video.
We tired with this greedy system. The new direction make we sad. Eastern region to God we no gladdy. Any man we survive not alone a Superman. We tired with this greedy system. The new direction make we sad. Eastern region to God we no gladdy. Oh, yeah, yeah. We people don't tire with the greediness now the system. Oh, yeah, yeah. The youth they don't tire. Eastern region youths we don't tire. Not to this we been votes for. You promise we say salon go better. All things just they go up. How we people go survive now?